Welcome to Breakout Creator, where we showcase the best and brightest creators in the game. Today, we have a special guest, none other than Bear Kieran, known for his ability to spark debate and engage sports enthusiasts everywhere. He'll be sharing his insights on the art of storytelling and sports content, and offering up valuable advice for up-and-coming creators. And if you stick around until the end, you'll be treated to a live performance you won't want to miss. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an exciting episode with a true sports content creator. Rock and roll, man. That's it.
Dope.
It's on.
Excited. First podcast.
Ever?
No. I've recorded my own or been on sports ones, but never creator type podcast where I get to talk about non-sports related things.
Yeah.
It's always another topic or whatever.
What does Bear Kieran mean?
I actually got it in high school. My coach could not say my name for whatever reason. He just kept messing up Kieran. He was like, Kieran. So they just started calling me Care Bear. It kind of stuck. Everyone on the golf team called me that. I was in the golf. I was playing golf back in high school, so it was pretty fun. And then that just ended up being the nickname that I stuck with on all my username.
How old are you now?
I'm 24. Just turned 24 in September.
Welcome to the club.
Oh my God. Are you 24 too?
No, I'm 34.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're the same age as my cousin. That's tough. Yeah.
It comes up quick. It goes quick.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm freaking out because when I turn 25, I'm like, I'm going to be closer to 30 than I would. Okay.
You have something incredible. I notice I always show this number to this engagement. I always start off an engagement and usually we have 10%, 11%. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot. I have 6%.
Yeah.
You have 20% engagement. What's going on there?
There's a real rhythm and rhyme. I have a system that I do that in turn gets me I think a lot of views per video. So
How?
Okay, so I ended up coming out to LA working with a company, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a whole lot about it. But utilizing the first 5 to 10 seconds gets you everything. Everywhere. I'm checking my videos. I think TikTok changed their analytics now, which kind of bugs me a little bit.
Okay.
But if I have a 50% retention rate on my videos through 10 seconds, the chances of it going viral or the chances of it performing well, infinitely higher than videos that don't.
Right.
So I feel that's the main focus that I have. I have I just say utilize the first 5 to 10 seconds because it took a lot of repetition. And even then I still don't have as many videos as other creators do, in my opinion.
That's what we get to next. 216 videos.
Yeah, only 216 videos up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have 8,000 videos.
That's I want to get that number up. If I can get that number to 500, 600 by because the videos perform well. It's just I got to kick out more and more ideas. I think that's the main thing.
Okay, I'm wondering so are you focused more on quality right now?
Yeah, I'm always focused on quality. I think that's why I only have 216 videos. Especially starting off,
I'm getting at, yeah.
I had so many videos right now where I have a list of ideas and I don't want to post them, or stories that I want to tell that I can't honestly get too deep into, that I'm just oh yeah, it's not worth it. And now it's even harder now for me because I have so many different stories, so many different things that I want to do, but to maximize my content, use it on different platforms and whatever, I have to cut it all down to 60 seconds. So if it's not 60 seconds worthy, I can't, I have trouble doing something with it. But now I'm building out the YouTube, trying to get more long form content. So
interesting that you're cutting it all down to under 60 seconds. That's because what? Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
Even though they could do 3 minutes, 10 minutes, you can post up to 10 minutes.
I can't post. And I've done 2.5, 3 minute videos. I have a video I think that's 2.5 minutes on TikTok that has close to 1 million views, which is crazy for me. And it's just all storytelling, just me talking about it.
And I was looking at your YouTube. Actually, you have no actual videos, just all shorts.
Yeah,
not a short isn't a video, but you know what I mean. Dang.
Yeah,
so you're really living it right now, doing under 60-second videos, and you're just posting them everywhere. Are you personally posting those videos to every single platform yourself?
Yeah. So as soon as they're done cooking,
you're working.
As soon as I finish editing them, they're up on Instagram. They're up on TikTok.
Is this your full-time job right now?
It's about to be.
Okay.
And it's honestly such a blessing. It's so cool. I love talking about sports. I could talk about them till I'm blue in the face. I love making content or just talking about what's going on in my life. I love talking.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The fact that I get to do it for a living is so cool. It's getting to that point. So I think this is the last. I've been driving an Uber in the free time to make money, to end up just making sure all my bills are paid and making sure of that. Right.
You're 24. You got plenty of time.
Exactly. But yeah, now I think this is the last month that I've done it. So
okay, really
excited about it.
Cool. 153 million views.
That's crazy now.
Right?
That's so crazy. crazy. Yeah.
Like, how many people is in America? That's like half America seeing your videos, and 30 million likes. You've made 166 minutes of content. That seems like not a lot.
It's honestly, it doesn't seem like that much. But the amount
You're
of like
hustling or something.
I swear,
What is going on?
The amount of hours that I've probably spent editing that 166 minutes is crazy though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So talk me through like an average video, like how long it might take to shoot and edit and post.
So it's a process. And I'd say that to like anybody else that's like making videos. When I first started, I wanted to make like sports storytelling stuff. It didn't look like as great as it does now, I guess. I made videos that were just like on green screen and whatever. So I would just like pull pictures or pull videos and use like the in-app features and whatnot, right? Then I ended up switching and I was like, you know what? I can do better than this. I know I can do better than this. Let me edit a video. Let me make it like me. Like, let me make it jumpy. Let me make it something that I would want to watch, you know? So then I ended up editing them and it took, I'm talking about early on, I would record for about like 30 minutes just to get like the right 90 seconds.
Of course.
And then I would edit for about 4 or 5 hours because I had no clue what I was doing. And now I'm at the point where I can film, edit, put it out on all platforms in under an hour.
Damn.
I know I can. Like it just also ADHD, so I'm like on other apps and whatnot.
You're working fast.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'd say now I can get it down to like about an hour. But when I first started off, man, it was a time commitment, especially when I like first started really getting into the sports content stuff. I was trying to drop 5 videos a week, which I did for like I think it was like 2 or 3 months. Drop 5 videos a week. It was solid. I think some of those got taken down because I just didn't like how they looked or whatever. But
you're doing that.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was. Yeah,
because you just don't like the numbers or what?
I don't know. Whether it's the content, I feel like I could have done it better. So I just take it down. Didn't perform well anyway.
Got it.
I'm just gonna remake it later on, and then it's gonna do a whole lot better. I feel.
Right.
But,
of course. How long have you been on social media for?
Like just in general, or like creating content?
How long you been on TikTok? Which platform were you on first?
Well, first platform is like Instagram.
Okay.
Like that was like way back, like freshman year of high school, like 2012. And I've been making videos since sophomore year of high school, which is like 2013, 2014. I never I used to make all the videos, but like kids used to make fun of me. Like people would come up to me and tell me my videos were funny at school, but then like wouldn't follow me or like them at all. And like I just thought it was like, okay. And then I tried to like blow up on Vine, so I was uploading a bunch of videos on there. Never like blew up or whatever. So then I ended up getting TikTok 2019. First video I uploaded on TikTok went up.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I always start there. I want to know. So the very first first post.
First post on TikTok, it was a song that I wrote on the ukulele called Twitter Honeys.
I got a ukulele.
You do have a ukulele?
Yeah.
Where's
there?
it at? I don't remember the chords.
Okay.
But I do have some other songs.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that's fine. They can, is it on Spotify or something?
No. It's just like
unreleased.
I don't even think it's still up on my page.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
you have
lie.
to play it later or something. Maybe.
I'll have to. I'll find something. Yeah, I'll find the chords for it. I honestly forgot what the chords were, but it was a pretty cool song. It was just a funny, like satirical song. On I don't know, Twitter Honeys was like a popular term at the time. So I was just like, okay, Twitter Honeys, I'll make a video about it.
Okay.
And that video did, I think, like 200,000 views. Woo. And I just remember uploading it, getting off TikTok. I was just getting started on the app. And then I get back on and I had 5,000 followers. I was like, what? And I looked at the video. It had like 100K or something like that. I was like, no way. So that was crazy. And then I just kept kind of uploading like funny, goofy skits or like songs and all sorts of stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I had
still working at the time. You had another job.
I was in school for like broadcast communications. I was just at community, getting my basics done though. Ended up just like uploading all those videos. And then I ended up like hitting 75K before I told like my mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I got to like 75,000 followers and I was like, Mom, I'm kind of famous. No, but I ended up like telling her that. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, no, I just upload jokes. I didn't let her follow me at first because it was wild. It was a wild time. It was essentially like a spam page of mine where I was just uploading nonsense, you know, but it was cool.
Dang.
And then, I ended up still uploading all of those videos, like the music, the comedy, all that stuff. And then I think it was January 2021. I'll never forget. I had to talk with like my ex and her mom about like my content and stuff, which is like random, right? But then they were telling me, because I had just uploaded a video about Dwayne Wade and how his name is misspelled. And they knew how passionate I was about sports. And they're like, we feel like you should talk about like sports. Like you should really like do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? It's something I can do more consistently. It's something that I'm like really, really passionate about. So I'll switch it up. And I think I had 180,000 followers then.
Wow.
And then over those next 3 or 4 months, I gained like 300,000 followers. And then I ended up getting a job opportunity to move out to LA.
Okay.
Because of that. It was crazy. Dropped out of school, did
Can
all.
you tell me what that is?
I used to work for a company called Wave Sports and Entertainment. Like the Instagram pages, Buckets, Jukes, Haymakers, they're like these big sports Instagram pages. And I was like making content for them and their YouTube page as well. So that was fun. I worked there until June and then ended up just doing freelance myself now. Yeah. So it's been fun.
Okay, interesting. So kind of going to school for broadcast, right? That's like entertainment and video consumption and creating videos, and then
yeah, like I was already in school for it.
Yeah.
So it was an easier transition. And then also I got like a better opportunity than I would have had I gone and gotten my 4-year degree and then had an entry-level job at some like local news station or something, you know? I have like, that's the crazy thing about social media nowadays is like, even right now, I don't know what the best avenue is going forward. I don't know what the best lane is going forward, whether it's like, okay, trying to get an opportunity with a big network or sticking to what I'm doing because this might be bigger than the big networks will be in like 5-10 years. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's interesting. Social media has really changed like a lot that goes on.
Well, how long into your career was that going from jokes to the ukulele, the music content to posting about sports?
So it was about a year and a half of just like jokes and ukulele content,
so it's like
but very sporadic posting. Like I went like, I think 3 months without posting one time because it wasn't anything that I like cared about. I wasn't really a creator then. It was more just like uploading whatever I can think of in my boredom. In my like when I'm at home alone or I don't have homework or I don't have friends to hang out with or do anything with. I'm just chilling at the crib. I'm playing a ukulele. I'm coming up with a song about diarrhea or like being a thick guy. I don't know, like just random stuff like that.
You must have a good voice though, because I mean, people are following you.
I mean, yeah, I can sing a little bit. I can sing a little bit.
That's cool.
I can sing a little bit, but yeah, it's I grew up in church, so I grew up in church singing. So this is a little easy transition there, but yeah.
I always find that creative people that have a lot of different like history throughout their life where they've stepped up and they've shown in their community that they're creative.
Yeah.
And then when this opportunity has come about, they're just like really jumping on it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I noticed that too with a lot of creatives. It's just like there's all these different experiences that kind of lead you towards the spot that you're in, and it's weird how each and every one of them plays a big role in it. So like me, I grew up in church, singing in choir, getting on stage, praying. Like I went to a mega church back in Dallas called like the Potter's House, right? Even now, like I was telling my friends, like I don't really get like starstruck whenever I meet celebrities or whatever, because I grew up around like Emmitt Smith went to my church. He's like one of the greatest running backs ever, right?
Okay.
Like Michael Irvin, like all these Dallas Cowboys players, like these superstar athletes or whatever, they all went to my church and I grew up around them, just seeing them. I feel like now whenever I see celebrities, meet celebrities, it's not like my mom's always just been like, they're just another person like you. Because I used to freak out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird how like all of those experiences kind of like lead you to the position that you're in, and they equip you with like the tools that you need to be able to flourish in your environment.
How soon after you posted your first video talking about sports did it take off?
Okay, so first video, the Dwayne Wade video did like 800, 900K, which was great for me. I was like, oh snap. Okay,
already
crazy.
Great feedback.
Yeah. But then the first like 4 or 5, they did about 25, 30K, 35. And it was weird for people too, because they're just like, this is the same dude that like makes all those videos singing or shaved his head bald and was making crazy jokes the other day. You know what I mean?
How did you know that they thought it was weird? Were they commenting that?
Yeah, they were like, this dude's making sports videos now. You know what I mean? And now I feel like I'm known more as like the sports guy. It was weird. So like the first 4 or 5 videos, I don't even think any of those touched like 50K. I don't know. I forget now which one was like the first big one, but I ended up having like a huge one about like soccer, which was like great. I think it was when Barcelona got absolutely blasted by Bayern Munich, which was crazy. Like it was, and they did it with a player that they sent to them. So essentially their own player was whooping them like with another team. It was crazy. So I ended up making that video. That video went off. A Simone Biles video that I made went crazy. And I think that like later on, like after about 2 or 3 weeks, the videos just started going crazy. And that's like, I don't know. Now you talk about like the retention rate, like not the engagement percentage and stuff.
It's insane.
It's honestly, I didn't realize until about a month or 2 ago how different that was, which is why I really want to like upload more and more and more. Like if I can get that number to 500, I feel like I'm just going to grow more as a creator, just because so many of my videos do really well. But they're just not coming 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm going to spread myself thin doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like creatively, how good are the videos going to be if I'm producing 2 a day, you know, rather than the one that has a lot of research and a lot of things that I'm putting into.
People got to go and check out your channel and watch how detailed you are talking about these things.
Yeah.
5 videos a week is what you're doing right now. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
To me, because I'm thinking,
where are you doing like 5 a day or something?
Yeah, like 5 a day.
8,000 videos is crazy.
Yeah, but my strategy has always been, how fast do I think of something and make a video and then put it out?
Yeah.
And then limit that distance.
If I could do 1 a day, I think I honestly would. The thing is, it's just, I don't know, my videos they're so detailed, and I feel like if I don't put every ounce of effort that I have into it, if it doesn't come across as I'm as passionate about this as I really am, I don't think it's going to perform as well.
Right.
I mean, like, I think that was kind of like proven to me. Like, I proved that to myself when I made a video about the women's sprinting world records.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I started off the video saying like every women's sprinting world record is BS. Like, that's the first thing that I said. It was something that I thought about for like 3 or 4 months. I already had like the research done. I had everything done with it. And I thought, it's just not going to perform well. Like, who's going to really care about the sprinting world records for like the women's sprinting world records from the 80s? And I'm giving like this detailed explanation of it, blah, 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 blah. Who's really going to care about that? And then I made the video and it did like 3 or 4 million views on Instagram, on TikTok too. And I was like, man, I feel like because I was so passionate about, because I was so detailed, because I knew like really, really what I was talking about, and like I was really eager to share the story with people, it was interesting. And I feel like that's kind of like my special ability, if anything. It's like the ability to tell stories and kind of captivate people in a way that it's interesting to them, but also in an entertaining way too, you know? So that's been really fun for me.
Now, how would you say you make the video entertaining?
I would say colorful language. No, I'm not going to say it's all like colorful language, but I'd say it's really like tone inflection. How I start off the videos as well, though. Okay, so I'm kind of giving you into the secret now, okay?
I know.
So first 5 to 10 seconds, I'm going to say something that makes you, you know what I mean? That makes you hit that, oh, what is he talking about? You know what I mean? And if I can do that, then I know for a fact that I have you for at least 10, 15 more seconds. And when I keep talking about what it is that I'm talking about, whenever you find out what this story is that I'm talking about, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is really, really good. Now I've got you hooked. But that first 5 to 10 seconds, if you can get somebody hooked, and I think that's really with any sort of content, that first 5 to 10 seconds, it's such a short attention span based app. So they're swiping by. If you go on my page, every women's sprinting world record is BS. Now, hold on, what is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like this dude, every time I have another video where I talk about this baseball player, every time he hits a home run, something terrible happens in the world. Like something awful happens. And I'm just like, every time this man hits a home run, something terrible happens. And I'm just like, oh, well, what's the terrible thing that happens? It kind of causes that like question.
It's like a clickbaity.
Yeah, it's clickbaity, but in TikTok form.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like
it's the first 5 to 10 seconds. But I think what makes the content really good is I give you the answer, and I give you like a clear, concise answer, or I create a conversation about it. So whether it's controversial, whether it's not controversial, whatever it is, I'm gonna give you something.
Are you going in and like replying to comments at all with videos and answering?
I would say so. Okay, if it's a like real sports debate that I'm like really into, I'll go in the comments and reply. If people are just like saying a bunch of nonsense, then I'll kind of like just stay back and let them discuss, because I like seeing like different takes on certain things. I honestly tend to stay away from comments. I really do.
And speaking of comments, look at this. It says your average comments is 1,000 per video. Is that correct?
Yeah, probably.
What?
Yeah, it's I would say my content causes a lot of conversation.
So that's interesting.
Yeah,
a lot of conversation happening. A lot of shares too. 3,000 shares on average. Average likes 140,000 likes.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. There's no way my average likes 140,000
out of your 216 videos.
Oh wow, yeah, 30 million likes.
30 million. Are you living in LA? Where are you at in LA?
Yeah, I'm living in like the Culver City area.
Culver City.
Yeah.
No wonder the brands want to work with you.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Hey, if more want to, I'm very available.
Of course,
it's detail. It's paying attention to detail. Everything that I make, I want to make it with like a reason. Like it's not just like at first. That's what I was doing at first. Was kind of just like, oh, okay, I'm just doing yada yada yada, and I could kind of feel like everything's starting to dip off. But now everything that I make, there's a plan behind it. There's something that I put into it. I wouldn't say it's like super duper professional what I'm making, but also I would say it's something that I really really want to make sure I'm putting out a good product, because my face, my name, everything that I have is attached to it now, because it's what I want to do for a living. Like it's a job now for me.
How much you have to make in order to stop working for Uber, Lyft, do you think?
I mean, I think it just comes down to how many opportunities I'm getting through like brand deals, whatever it is. That I think like YouTube adding monetization this next month is going to be really solid for me as well, just because I've kind of established like a really good base there, you know what I mean? And I'm just now getting started. I think I have like 21, 22 videos uploaded, and I'm at 40K subscribers, which is like, I mean, it's nuts. I feel like it's getting 1 to 2 brand deals a month.
So right there. So YouTube announced this opportunity. How long have you been posting on YouTube for?
I think I uploaded the first one. Like it didn't really start popping off until like, I think it was like a month ago.
So, I mean, but
I would say yeah, I would say I uploaded maybe like 4 or 5 videos before.
What I want to tell the audience then is basically what your strategy has been is to create an awesome video. And then when these opportunities come about, like YouTube and Instagram and Instagram Reels, are you on Facebook?
I am not on Facebook. Everyone's telling me I need to be on Facebook. I gotta capitalize on that.
No gatekeeping here. Facebook is definitely the place to be right now.
Dang.
Like, go and make a page. If you get 100,000 views, it unlocks their bonus program on there. Reels play, which is different than the Instagram Reels play bonus.
I'm gonna have to check
get on that. Yeah.
No, I really do need to get on that. That's tough. I think it's just tough for me because I put it out like on all three right now. Facebook, everyone's telling me I get
So
I'm definitely gonna get on Facebook.
Already, I use a program called Repurpose.io.
Repurpose. Oh, this is a plug. This
is a plug.
This is a little plug. There you go.
I have an affiliate link. I'll leave in the bio in the description.
You should.
That's what I use though.
Yeah.
For real. So, and like, also my sister helps me post on my Facebook, but I split the bonus and all that with her. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's making content so it's crazy. I have some friends that just like, I don't know. I just see how hard other people work.
Yeah.
And it's really gotten it out of me recently too. Because I mean, even before this past year, I was honestly really lazy. Honestly, like, pretty much every aspect of my life. Like, I would do the bare minimum in a way. Now I feel like I take advantage of the opportunities more because I don't want to take anything for granted. So I'm working. I'm working now. Like the past, I mean, I had August, I'll never forget, August 10th, I had 7,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
Now I'm at 96K. And it's just like Reels, uploading Reels. I was just like, I'm going to repurpose my content because at first it was like too long for Reels because Reels, I think, was like 90 seconds at first. And then they ended up, I think, lengthening it. Or I think it actually might still be 90 seconds.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
Everything I'm trying to keep under 60 seconds also.
I think keeping it under 60 seconds. If I have any tips for creators, 60 seconds is the way to go, honestly.
I think so.
But yeah, no, just uploading on Reels. It was hard. It was hard at first too. I mean, like, I would upload, I had videos that I uploaded on TikTok that did millions. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put these on Reels and like my Instagram's really going to start blowing up. And it took some time. Like, it took some time, but I was consistent with it. And they would perform well for where I was at, but they didn't really like blow up like crazy. And I just kept posting. And then eventually they started going off. And then next up. And now I've had the greatest week of my entire life. Like the week that I met, like last week.
Yeah.
Greatest week of my entire life.
Wow.
I can't begin to explain to you how phenomenal that week was. My favorite athlete of all time. Like, I will never fanboy over anybody. There's two people that I will fanboy over. Usain Bolt, LeBron James. Usain Bolt followed me on Instagram. I lost my mind.
No way.
I lost my mind. I was like, no way. Like I knew he like saw my content before because he liked a bunch of my posts. And I was like, oh snap, that's dope. Usain Bolt like just spam liked all of my content, right?
Wait a second.
But then he followed me on Instagram and I was like, no way. And the craziest thing, he followed me on Instagram, he messaged me, and it wasn't even about the sports.
What do you mean he messaged you?
He messaged me. He sent me a voice message. It was crazy. What? It was crazy. And he voice messaged me. And the craziest thing is, it wasn't even about the sports content that I made. I'm doing a series right now where I'm watching Naruto for the very first time.
Yes.
It's been amazing, right? And he messaged me and he was just like, hey, Kieran, I've been watching all your content. Where's Naruto Part 3? I need to see Naruto Part 3. I gotta see Naruto Part 3. I was like, yo, no way. So I was freaking out. I'm like, yo, Usain Bolt. He's like, yeah, but where's the video? No, but it was like, I mean, that I got to do that. I got to go to the national championship. I'm one of the biggest college football fans that you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
And the fact that like I got to be there, got that opportunity. Meeting you was like dope. You know what I mean? It was just that whole day was like honestly one of the greatest days of my life. Just like all the work that I put in over the past 6, 7, 8 months is like really it's been incredible. And I think it's honestly like that number, like I was at, I believe, 375K in June. Wow. And then
you're at 744 right now.
744. And I'm gonna hit 1 million this year. I want to hit 1 million so bad. I want to hit 100K.
I think I'm gonna call it and say you're gonna hit it before June.
I think so.
With this trajectory, you know.
Yeah. And the videos are only gonna like keep coming. Like February.
No, hold on. You're gonna hit it in like maybe March. It depends.
March. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. We'll see. I think that's the crazy thing though too is one video. That's the one thing that I'll say to like any aspiring creator out there. One video will take it over the top. One video. Look at Keith Lee right now doing the food reviews. What like and he's been doing it for a while. Keep in mind, like he already had like an established thing, but that one video has doubled his following in I think 3 or 4 weeks. That one video, it only takes one. And also, whenever you make that one, people don't realize like that sets the standard for the rest of your page. People will start coming back. And I didn't really believe that as much until honestly this Naruto thing. I uploaded that first Naruto video. There's people like DMing me daily. Where's the next Naruto update? Where's the next Naruto update? I gotta see what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to watch the show. I'm like, dang, like I just upload. There's 700 episodes I gotta watch, guys.
Wow.
Hey, listen, it's a good show. I would never in my life recommend that someone watches something that's 700 episodes. This right here, if you skip the filler, this right here, 100% worth it. Dang. 100% worth it. I don't know. It's been like a real blessing. This past week has been crazy.
I got a fun fact I just heard. Mr. Beast's his voice in Japan is voiced by Naruto.
Are you for real?
The voice actor that plays him.
The voice actor?
Yeah.
There's a wait, Mr. Beast?
Yeah, Mr. Beast he overdubs his videos for like Japan. His
Japan
channel.
Oh, and it's the guy that voiced Naruto?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is doing like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever Mr. Beast is on is like it's a different level.
Yeah.
It's a different level. That's nuts.
Okay, that brings me to the question: who has inspired you along the way as a creator? As when you started, you know, are you copying anybody? Are you drawing ideas from other people?
I wouldn't say I'm copying anybody. I think ideas are inspiration anyway. Like they're gonna be played on by someone else anyway. But I'd say honestly, the person that inspires me more than anything, he's gonna love this too. God, it's my friend Tony Sadavici on TikTok. If you think that engagement rate is crazy, if you think those views are crazy, you should look at Tony. Tony is
he local?
No, he lives in Nashville. You've probably seen him before. He
wants,
made the,
you know,
better ingredients, better pizza, better blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
That's Tony. Okay, so Tony followed me when I had more followers than him. I think I had like 100K. I was making like the goofy videos before, and he was making his stuff too, and he was hilarious. I think he had like 70K whenever I first saw him. We ended up following each other. I've never seen a guy work harder in my life. He makes 3 original jokes a day. He uploads 3 times a day, and he makes 3 original jokes. And I'm telling you, you could have sworn that you put a comedy team, like the whole team that writes for SNL or whatever, to write some of these jokes that he comes up with in 10 minutes. And people think
people are just funny.
No, I'm telling you, it's, you know, he's genius though. Like I don't understand like what he thinks about and how, like, what the process is too. He knows he has to make a joke. It's not like it's planned. Like he's like, okay, cool. Like I got to make this video at 3. What do I want to make? Hops on TikTok, scrolls for like 3 minutes, sees a video of a sea turtle. Then he makes a hilarious sea turtle skit, like crazy sea turtle skit. What? Like the dude's just like, I don't know. He has more views in my room than I do. Do you know how that feels? Do you know how that feels?
Wait, what do you mean by in your room?
I mean, in my room at my apartment right now, he has more views in that, like videos that he was shot in that room.
Oh, gotcha.
He has more than me.
Well,
Tony, if you're seeing this, bro, I swear to you, I'm going to come to Nashville, or I think he moved now. He moved now.
Are you going to go to his room?
I'm going to go to his room, and I'm just going to shoot content. I'm going to lock myself in his room for like a month straight and just shoot content. It bugs me so much. He has a video with like 20 million views in my room. Okay. I'm like, what?
It looks like you just got to post another 10 times.
Yeah, post another. Yeah, if I post,
and next week posting. You'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll just keep posting and I'll get there. But yeah, Tony's definitely my biggest inspiration, because there's a lot of people that make content that I feel like they do it. You know what I mean? They're kind of okay about it. I was there. I was that guy that was just like doing it. Tony will he will starve for this. He will honestly go out there and do whatever it takes to make it. Not make it like in terms of like, oh, I want to be famous or whatever. He wants to tell jokes that badly.
It's that dedication. And you said you've known him since you had 100,000?
Yeah, I've known him since he had less than me. Now he's at 3.4. He was at, I'll tell you this. He was at, when he came to LA for the first time last year in like May, June, right? He had 900K. He just hit 1 million. By the time he was back in 2.5 months, he was at 2 million. By the time he was back in another 2.5 months, he was at 3.
Yeah.
He had 20K the first time he came on Instagram. And I was like, bro, you got to start like uploading on Reels. He has 300K plus now. He's like, I'm telling you, it's just getting started. He does not quit. Like, he does not stop. He's the most relentless person. I'm really giving him like a really big
I see.
I love the dude. Like, he's inspired me more than anything, because honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have moved back to Texas. I had to go through a lot like this past year too. I would have moved back to Texas, wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing now. He inspired me more than people.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're from Texas. How did like COVID affect you?
Yes. So I was in Texas 2020.
Yeah. Like how long ago did you move here also?
Yeah. So I moved here September 2021. So I'll give you the whole synopsis. I'll go into it. So COVID, I mean, that 2020 actually wasn't as bad for me as it was for other people. I understand it was terrible, but it gave me an opportunity to like really create more and do a whole lot more stuff. So 2020, I started off, I got fired from my job at Honda dealership in January. I was in school. I didn't really care, to be honest with you. I was just like, I was messing around. Sure. I showed up late to work, whatever it was. When my boss called me into the room to fire me, I was like, honestly, I would have fired me too. I straight up said that to him. He was like, yeah, I'm going to have to. I was like, yeah, man, I get it. Like, I would have let you go. So then I was going to go work back at Top Golf, which is like the place that, it was my first job ever. Really comfortable there, made good money there. Phenomenal serving job if you want to go work for Top Golf. Shout out to Top Golf.
Good people.
Then as soon as I get hired there, COVID strikes. Everything shuts down. So I ended up going back there as soon as like my first shift. Nobody was there. Midway through, we shut down. Like the midway through the night, we closed down completely. I ended up like getting put on a furlough or whatever. Yeah. Sure. So I ended up doing that. Them unemployment checks were hitting crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts. I'm not gonna lie. The stimulus, unemployment checks, crazy during COVID time. So I was just chilling at home creating. My mom had diverticulitis, which is like an intestinal like type thing before. So I really didn't want to risk, like she already had a weakened immune system. So I really didn't want to go out and risk like giving her this disease that we didn't know about. So I just wanted to stay at home. Ended up getting in like a Snapchat group chat with like a bunch of singers on TikTok, which is funny. I have a bunch of singer friends out there too. Shout out to Kavia, a bunch of them. They're awesome. And ended up meeting a girl. So then like COVID, I mean 2020 kind of treated me kind of right. So I ended up like talking to this girl, ended up getting a relationship with her. I was with her for about a year and a half. Like she's from like Connecticut area, but also like lived in LA. So then that next year, ended up making the change in content and whatnot, and then got the job opportunity around September, and then ended up moving out here. And it was pretty cool. It's honestly a big change though. Being a Texas boy, like born and raised, LA's is different. It's something to adjust to. I'll be honest. The weather, there's no seasons out here. The food, Texas is just so far, especially when you're in West LA. Come on, man. Like, the food is so far superior in Texas. I'll stand by that.
Oh, and Texas is better.
I'll stand 100%.
Wow.
What does California do better? Vegetables. That's about it. Like, I'd say, like, no. I would say, okay, seafood California does way better. Everything else, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Seafood pizza, maybe.
So you like food? I mean,
I'm a big foodie
too.
I'm a big foodie.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you done any content like that?
I have not done any food content at all. I feel like that'd be fun though.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be fun. I feel like if I'm gonna go, I want to travel more this year to like sporting events. I feel like going and like trying different food at different places would be like awesome.
I mean, Keith is doing it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Hey, Keith is doing it.
Yeah.
My guy Jack Settlement, he goes to different games and stuff, and he does it too. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might get into food a little bit too. I can cook too, so like we'll see.
So how did you get these opportunities from like Facebook and Meta?
Yeah, Meta. So that one, I think, honestly, it was a connection that I had from Wave. Rob, who's the guy that hired me. Shout out to Rob. He knew Nick, who's the guy like that ended up bringing me on with Meta. So ended up having that opportunity through them. It was awesome. I think just for me uploading cool content online, not anything that I had like a rep for or management that got me it or any of that. It was kind of just like, okay, I knew, like, shout out to Rob and Nick. So they knew each other, and Rob recommended me, and Nick was like, okay, I'd love to. You know,
you're making great content, so obviously.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was an Anderson Silva video. Shout out to Anderson Silva, the GOAT. I'm cool with his son now, which is crazy. Khalil.
Oh yeah,
it's wild. Yeah.
Do you go to Systems Training Center?
I went there for a little bit. Yeah. I did go there for a little bit.
I had Marcus on.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, he was doing like the Alta program that I was supposed to, like, I didn't end up getting to finish it because things were way too crazy. But yeah, that's great. Do you train?
I have trained one time.
Okay, you trained one time. That's cool.
I gotta go back.
But yeah, Marcus is dope. I didn't even know. Yeah, Marcus is like big on content too. I was like, man, that's crazy. Their training center is like so cool, and like they're phenomenal content, especially Khalil. Khalil's crushing it right now. Yeah, I had that one. And then that might be my favorite video ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one? This one?
The if USA cared about soccer. That got so many people so tight.
Gosh, yeah.
So funny enough, I don't really get like, I like the fact that I'm in a spot now where like I don't get noticed as much. I go hang around with Tony. Tony walks anywhere. Chances are he's probably gonna get noticed or something. Somebody's gonna be like, yo, are you Tony from TikTok? Blah, 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 blah. I've never really had that at all. This video right here has gotten me noticed by more people than like ever. Like I'll walk around and people are just like, yo, I agree with a lot of your soccer. I agree with a lot of your takes, but your soccer take was crazy. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, what? He's like, Americans would not be winning in soccer, blah, 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 blah. It's so funny. But I will stand on that though. I really will.
Tell me about this video, so the people that are new.
Yeah, so essentially what I'm saying is, if the USA cared about soccer, if soccer was our #1 sport, we would be dominating. And it's not even really a discussion. When you really think about it, think about how seriously Americans take soccer. And not soccer, sports, just in general.
Yeah.
We cry, bleed.
Oh my God.
We will fight and die over this stuff. Like, like it's not a joke around here. You know what I mean? And my thing is too, you have 300 million people. You have some of the most athletic human beings on the planet. You see that every 4 years at the Olympics. We are not at a shortage of athletes or opportunity. We have bigger populations than other people, and we take sports more seriously than other people. Now, you couple that with the fact that if soccer was our #1 sport, you'd have all of those great athletes playing the sport. You'd have all of these guys. I mean, they grew up hungry, starving, trying to do something to make it out of where they're from. All these football players that you see. I mean, I've seen some of them, like where they've come from, what they want to do, how hard they work to get out of the situations that they're in. You have all of them playing soccer, developing as soccer players. Not to mention, you have the infrastructure that America gives you with that sport. Look at what we do for youth basketball. Look at what we do for youth football. Look at what we do for youth baseball. You take all of that all of that training from very young ages, and you say that, oh, our number one thing is soccer, there wouldn't be a World Cup.
Ooh.
There wouldn't be.
Ooh.
We would dominate. It would be just like the Olympics of basketball. And I understand basketball is not as big, but basketball is our number one sport. Yeah.
Not football?
No. I mean, like, no, football is definitely our number one sport. But basketball's, I think, I'd say basketball is number two. Basketball is our number two sport.
Okay.
But at the same time, you get all of the great athletes that are too big, too tall to play football, I guess, or vice versa. I don't know. But like, you get to see what we do in the Olympics because we care about basketball. Even if we cared about soccer as much as we cared about basketball, we'd be dominating the World Cup. Look at what we do on the women's side. The girls are amazing. They're amazing. Best soccer team in the world by far. But yeah, I'll stand on that take. It's a great take. I love that take.
All right. What about this one? 6.4 million views.
Oh my gosh. So this is actually a two-parter. So the number one video is Sha'Carri Richardson, who she ran in the Olympic trials in 2021, and she won in the 100 meters. And then she ended up losing an opportunity to go to the Olympics because she tested positive for weed. She ended up coming back, I think it was like a month later, at this track meet called the Prefontaine Classic, biggest American meet, right? And she was coming back, and I was hyping it up, and I was just like, yo, she's coming back, and I hope she wins. And after she wins, I hope she lights a blunt on the track. And I'm like, it was crazy. I was just saying, like, I really hope like she goes out there and gets it done.
Yeah.
And she went out there and came in dead last.
Oh.
And shout out to Sha'Carri. I love Sha'Carri Richardson. She's from Dallas. She's from like right up the street where I'm from. She's from Oak Cliff, I believe. So yeah, those are like, it was like a two-part series. I uploaded both of those videos, I think 2 days apart, and they did a combined like 12 million.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Why?
Football. I'm a Texas guy. It's huge there. What football is in Texas is what music it's what a piano is to a pianist. It's what, goodness gracious, it's what Beyonce's voice is to your ears. You know what I mean? That's what football is to a Texan. It is so like, I mean, we play the state championship games in Jerry's World, also known as like the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. It's so big there.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than that. It's football for sure. Number two is definitely like combat sports, MMA. Number three is probably track right now. I love track and field.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not expecting that.
Yeah.
Actually, thought you were going to say basketball.
If you look at some of my biggest videos, a lot of them are track and field.
Yeah,
like,
or combat sports, yeah.
Yeah, or combat sports. I have the baseball ones there, but yeah, that's another one. That's another track and field one. That's a fighting one, football one. Yeah. I love all sports though, too. I have a sickness. I have a problem.
Tell me about it. Why? Because
Okay.
why don't
I
have the sickness?
This is what I knew.
Why do you got the sickness?
This is when I knew I had a real problem, right? I believe this was 2008. I knew about Lance Armstrong because of like the Live Strong bands.
Yeah.
Which made me curious when I was a kid. So I like Googled him, saw that he won 7 Tour de France, blah, 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 whatever.
Sure.
He ended up coming back in 2008 to race in the Tour de France. Keep in mind, this is a bicycle race that goes on for 4 or 5 hours a day for 21 days out of a 23 day span, right? All of these races happen in France, and they start at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm 9 years old. I got up 21 days during the summer, during my free time in the summer, 21 days out of a 23-day span to watch the Tour de France.
What?
And I watched the guy that I watched, the guy that I wanted to watch. I watched him lose. He came in 3rd place. Alberto Contador won. It's crazy. I can name every Tour de France winner from 2005. It's a sickness. I watched that. I got up at 5 o'clock every day during the summer. This is like my time to stay up late, sleep in, whatever it is.
Right.
I got up at 5 o'clock every single day during the summer to watch a bicycle race happen in France for 4 to 5 hours. And you know the craziest part is?
What?
I've watched every single one of them since. I still get up. Now it's even worse. It starts at like 3 a.m. out here. I get up every single summer in June or July. It's sort of been pushed back recently. But yeah, to watch a bicycle race. I watched it last year. I was stunned. And I watched the guy that I wanted to win lose again. And guess what? I'm going to watch it again this year. That's a sickness. Like, that's a problem. Like, I don't know why. It's a bicycle race. I don't know why I'm into it like that. But yeah, I will get up at like ungodly hours to watch sports. I got up at 5 a.m. to watch the F1 World Championship race last year in Abu Dhabi. It's my first year watching F1.
What is if you could go to like a dream event, what would that be? To go watch a dream sport event. What's your dream sport event?
I feel like a huge fight, it doesn't get better than that. In terms of like atmosphere.
Like, are we talking like
if it's like
KSI, like the latest KSI fight?
Not KSI.
Did you see that though?
I did. He's nice. He's nice. I think I would love to do like an influencer boxing match. I really would. I grew up boxing. So like I think it
there's like an influencer boxing community that
there is.
Do you know Evil Hero?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'll introduce you to him.
Yeah.
He'll be on the podcast one day.
That's dope. Yeah.
But he does that.
Yeah, no,
and I think Jalen too, if you know Jalen. But I'll introduce you to those people.
I would love to though. I feel like I now have like a big enough following, or I'm getting there to the point where like I could take one.
I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah, no, I think I'm there. I think I wanted to get to that point. I think I'm almost there. So if anyone wants to offer me a boxing match, I would love to get in the ring. I would love to do like I just need 6 months. Give me a 6 months training camp. I'll be in the gym. I'll be working. I'll take one, and then that's it. I'm not gonna go out there and get punched anymore.
Okay, wait. So let's bring it back. So if you could have a dream, your dream event,
okay,
what would you go to? Like dream sports event.
I want to say like a big UFC fight would be like dope.
Really?
But after seeing it this year, I think a World Cup final would be crazy. Okay. I'm definitely gonna go to this next one in the next 4 years. A World Cup final is probably the best. It's the biggest sporting event in the world. There's the most watched thing in the history of human. Yeah. Like it's huge.
Who are you rooting for World Cup?
So my dad is Guyanese. It's like South America, just like right above Brazil. So like I grew up watching a lot of Brazil games with him. He's like a big Brazil fan, or like used to be. I don't even think he really watches as much. But first soccer that I ever watched was 2002 World Cup when Brazil won with my dad. So I'd say Brazil. I root for Brazil, but like of course I'm gonna root for the USA. Like I would love for us to do well.
And obviously you think we didn't do well because it's not our main sport.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, well, I don't want to diss the players that are on the team right now. That's not what like that video is about. I had a bunch of people like, how disrespectful is this to like the players on the team right now? I'm like, no, I love them. Like shout out to Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie's from Dallas too. Like it's I don't know. Shout out to all of them. But yeah, no. No.
So let's check this out then. How about you've got another video with 5.7 million views. Rod Tang is the most exciting fighter in the world. Who's that?
So Rod Tang, he's a one championship, which is like it's essentially like Asia's UFC.
Okay,
it's one championship. It's huge, and Rod Tang is a Muay Thai fighter over there, and he is unbelievably exciting. And a lot of people don't know about him, and he's starting to like really blow up recently. But the dude will walk through punch. Like if you see like some of these clips, like he will just straight up walk through shots straight to the faces, boom, 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 and then like stick his tongue at you and then deliver just some straight power back and forth. It's terrifying, but it's so fun to watch. Like it's crazy to watch.
Why are you into Muay Thai so much?
So honestly, I just got into MMA. I think it was around my like freshman year of high school. Yeah, it was actually might have been sophomore year, but I watched Anderson Silva break his leg.
Wow.
Against Chris Weidman, which was the craziest thing I have ever watched in my entire life. And I was like, more. Okay. It was like, not the leg break, but just like the entire card. I was like, man. But I also grew up watching like boxing and combat sports just because my dad is a huge boxing fan. So like Floyd Mayweather, another one of my like favorite athletes. Yeah. Like just I grew up watching it.
So then the question is, why play the ukulele?
Why play golf?
Right?
That's the one thing that like, my mom played basketball in college.
Yeah.
My dad was a boxer. Yeah. My dad's 6'4". My mom's 5'11". I grew to be 6'3". I played golf in high school. Like I wasted the genetic lottery, but I have bad knees. That's an ongoing joke that I'm trying to get going. But yeah, I have really bad knees, and I'm musically inclined. I like to sing. I like to do a lot of different things. So singing, dancing. I was in theater for a couple of years when I was younger. I was a child actor for a minute there.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
So
for what?
Actually, so I didn't officially get started because I wanted a childhood, but like I don't know how to explain it. So
you were on like some underground.
So how do I describe this? When I was about 9, ended up coming out to LA for like a month and a half, talking to like this, I forgot what his name was. I think it was like Chamber Stevens or something like that. He's like acting coach or whatever. It was like going to start like going on auditions to like get on pilots for like Nickelodeon, Disney shows and stuff like that. I ended up, it's why I have a Los Angeles number, which is actually funny. It's my first phone, but ended up doing that, and it didn't end up being a thing that I wanted to do. My mom essentially, she essentially described to me or explained to me that if I do end up pursuing like acting, if I do want to end up being like an actor or like doing all this other stuff that all these kids on Nickelodeon and Disney are doing, it's going to change what I'm capable of doing outside of it. So sports are probably not going to have as much time for. School, I'm going to probably have to go to school with them in a trailer or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's not wrong. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why I was asking if you were doing this full time.
Yeah.
the amount of time you have to do something, I mean, it needs to be tremendous to
exactly. It's
be
work.
good at it.
Yeah, exactly. It's work. And that's the thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is it's a job. Like if you really want to be able to like maintain it or keep growing, it's a job. It's work. It's stuff that you have to really go out there and do. And I had to learn that lesson the hard way too. I was lazy. I was lazy in a lot of aspects of my life. I had to learn a lot of tough lessons last year in terms of what I can do and what I can't do in terms of work, you know?
How about, have you ever experienced any sort of ups and downs while you've been creating videos?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think even...
And how'd you get through that?
So I lean a lot on my like religion. So I'm Christian. I just going to church, finding like a good church out here. Also leaning on like my mom. My mom's amazing. She's the most amazing, beautiful woman in the entire world. I love my mom. But yeah, it was hard. I wanted to quit this past year. Tony, my friend Tony and my other friend Jackson, like I credit them with a lot because it was tough. So like last year, started off the year, I went through a really rough breakup. I ended up like June, ended up losing my job. Like it was tough. I kind of like lost focus, not focus, but it was hard to like stay motivated. I was heartbroken. I was in a new city with no friends. I didn't know anybody. And then I ended up like meeting more people. Tony came out here, he visited. Yeah, they were just telling me like, bro, don't go back. Like, don't go back to Texas. Like, that's stupid. Like, you have so much more that you can do here, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to go back bad. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for them, I probably would have gone back because I didn't think I had many people out here. But then finding them was like a real blessing. So I had to learn like tough lessons, though. I'm happy all of that stuff happened because I don't know if I could say like anything to anybody that's like creating goes through the ups and downs. Like, those downs are going to make you so much better. Going through the pain, going through the hard stuff, going through that, like, I don't want to do this and persevering through it, pushing through it is what's going to make you great. It's what's going to get you that next opportunity. I never in my life thought I would have been field side at the national championship this year, maybe in like 2 or 3 years or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought I was going to be closing in on 100K on Instagram. I thought I didn't understand the app because I had 200, 300, 400K on TikTok, but like 7,000. I was like, man, I'm just not good at this. You know, you have all those questions of doubt. And all of that, what feels like failure, it's really just lessons that you're learning, you know? And that's what I had to go through. I mean, even in my breakup, I learned, you can't do half the things like you, just because you got a girl, you can't stop dating her. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And like, it was tough. I had to like eat a lot of that. So yeah, I went through like a lot of ups and downs. I wanted to quit for a minute there. I was like, dude, I'd rather just go back to school, have like a regular job, work some regular stuff. I don't really care about any of this. I was saying that. I don't really care about it. I really did though. And
now, how many followers did you have at that point?
I had a lot. I think it was at like 500K on TikTok. I was still at like 7K on Instagram, but I was just depressed. I was really, really depressed and unhappy. I mean, honestly, that Rod Tang video is the craziest moment because I uploaded that Rod Tang video about a week and a half after my breakup. Normally you find some sort of like happiness in something that's performing so well. It was one of my biggest videos at the time. I'll never forget checking my page, saw that it had 3 million views and it did nothing for me. I was just like, man, cool. And I was heartbroken. Like, obviously, like it was because I was hurting, you know, breakups suck. But at the same time, I was like, dude, like, I don't know if I'm like good to do this anymore, you know? And then that question just kind of like manifested itself for like some more months. And
how did you finally get out of that?
I think just meeting my friends, having a good relationship with them, finding like a good church out here, finding like that basis to get like over the anxiety that I had over a lot of things. Depression also runs in my family. I've dealt with it since I was about like since I was in the 5th grade. Yeah, and it came from like a lot. I used to get bullied badly at school. Like, just kids didn't like me. I didn't like myself. It was a whole deal, you know? And I feel like I really got through it just by like, I don't know, my friend Olivia said this the other day, and I really want to give her credit for it because it honestly changed my perspective on all the things. She said like self-confidence comes from you doing the things that you tell yourself you're going to do. And when you really do things that you tell yourself you're going to do over and over and over again with repetition, there's nobody that's going to be able to tell you that you can't, or nobody that's going to be able to like throw you off of your game. And that's what I've really done over like the past, I feel like 5 or 6 months. Going through the breakup taught me how to handle losing my job. Losing my job was a whole lot easier to deal with because I've already been through this. I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's not over. You know what I mean? So let me push through it. And when I did, cool. There's numbers there. There's success there. And then I started uploading videos, and then that happiness kind of came back. I was like, yo, perspective's everything. Like, I'm really doing this right now. Like, I really get to upload videos about sports, about things that I'm passionate about. I get to upload videos of me watching a show for the very first time. I'm not just binging it in my room sad.
And
eating ice
Usain
cream.
Bolt is just messaging you.
That's what I'm saying. Usain Bolt follows me now. Like I got to.
You gave up then, man.
Exactly. No, I mean that's exactly what my friend Tony says to me. Like he'll call me and just be like, "Dude, like remember when?" Like just to give me that reminder, like, "Yo, remember when like you said like you didn't want to do this anymore?" My friend Jackson will call me. You remember when?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean I got to film videos with Tyreek Hill. DM'd me, was just like, "Yo, I'm in LA. Let's film some content." I was like, "What?" All of those opportunities wouldn't have happened if I quit. If I gave up on myself. But also like all those opportunities wouldn't happen if I didn't learn from everything though, too. I think that's the most important thing is like take your L's and learn from them. And one of the quotes that I like live by is like, this life will give you every opportunity to blame someone else. It will give you every chance, every opportunity to be like, oh, well, that just sucks. They did that to me. Like, you know what I mean? But in reality, the only thing that's going to get you through that is that self-work. That's just the way I feel about it. It's like, yes, some things do suck, you know, but also I'm going to work on myself no matter what. I'm going to improve myself no matter what. I'm going to get myself to that next level no matter what. And if I continue doing that, if I continue putting in the work on myself, nobody's going to be able to tell me anything.
Are you working on any projects creatively besides social media?
No, I wouldn't say I am. Well, okay. I do write songs in my free time.
Okay.
That don't get seen. I don't think will ever be seen.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, I think it gives me a little bit of an outlet to like let out my emotions in a way. Not really like a big songwriter or musician or anything like that, but just like it gives you that little outlet to let things go, let the thoughts free.
How about, do you have any habits that you formed over the last few months that you didn't have when you were kind of upset and going through that period? Did anything change, and did you add anything into a routine, or do you not like routines?
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest routine guy, but I'll say this much. I'm capable of getting up a whole lot easier than I have been before. If I have deliverables, I'd say they get done a whole lot quicker than before. I was very much a procrastinator, and now I'm trying my hardest to be a type A, just because why would I hold myself back from that? Why would I like, you know, not want to be on top of everything or like get to things as quickly as possible? I feel like I'm trying to be more type A. I wouldn't say it's a habit yet. I'm still working on it, but I would say I don't procrastinate as much. I really want to be able to do the things that I say I'm going to. So
nice.
Whatever that is.
Feedback loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's,
you know,
I feel like that's really important for other people to hear. You know,
pain is growth.
Exactly.
Pain is really growth. Like, I don't think people realize that. It's just like, yo, it's going to be tough. Trust people when they say like, you will come through that. Like you will get through that so much better. I'm a way better man today than I was a year ago. Way better, like light years better. And also it's like being honest with yourself. So many people hate hearing about themselves, but you have to be honest with yourself. I was lazy. I didn't do enough. I never want to be in that position again, ever. And I won't put myself in that position again. It's like my number one thing. I do not want to put myself in a position where I'm saying to myself, I'm looking myself in the mirror and I'm saying I'm not doing enough. So I was there before, and I don't want to do that again.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's January right now at the time of filming this.
Yeah.
What do you have planned for next month? Anything exciting coming up?
Next month. So on TikTok, on Reels, on all of my social media, I'm going to be doing a profile on Black athletes the entire month because it's Black History Month. Cool. Very excited about that. I think there are going to be some really, really cool stories. I'm going to get to tell stories about like Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, Arthur Ashe, Muhammad Ali. So many really cool stories, like trailblazing athletes. So I'm really excited to like share those stories and do cool stuff like that.
So you already have those ideas in your mind?
Yeah.
Like we're talking.
No, hold on. I'll show you.
4 weeks away.
I'll show you. I literally have, these are all of the video, like each one is a video idea that I have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can like see it.
Yeah, I see a list.
There you go. Yeah. It's a whole list. These are just like all the ones from like February as well. So those are all videos that I'm going to be like recording within like the next 2-3 weeks, hopefully. So
I mean, that's great. I mean, at least with this podcast, I've been scheduling about a week, 2 weeks ahead. And it's definitely.
Yeah, you're hustling. It's a nice space.
Thank you.
I dig it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. It's been fun though. Like honestly, yeah. My boy Jo was on here. Shout out to Jo. You know what I mean? He followed me early. He actually followed me back when I was doing like the like the ukulele, the music stuff. It was
must be good. You may have to play something. It's right there.
I'll see if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. It's been I
mean, you're in the land of opportunities, man.
I am.
You can go back and. You know, the beautiful thing about this social media thing, you just decide what you want to post.
Honestly, there's so many different things that you could do. I've done a lot too. Like I did stand up for the first time when I was 17, which is crazy. Like just off the whim. Just
a lot of opportunity for that too.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of opportunity out here. I haven't gone to like an open mic yet, but I really want to, just to be like, screw it, I'm gonna go out there.
I know some comedians. And do you know who Morgan J is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Morgan J.
Morgan was on here episode 2.
Dog, that's so tough. Morgan J is so funny.
Yeah.
Nah, I can play the ukulele and do like what he's doing on there. Yeah, no, Morgan J is awesome.
Yeah. What is your favorite video you've ever made?
So favorite video, like in terms of just like entertainment wise, was like the soccer one. The one where like I'm doing that one. But favorite video in terms of like I love is the track and field world records one. The one where it's just like every women's sprinting world record was BS, where I could like I put in so much like work looking at like records or like I don't know. Essentially the point of the video was every women's sprinting world record, where the 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, and the 800 meters, all of them were set in the 80s by either Eastern European women or Florence Griffith Joyner, like who's a United States runner, right? All of the times are ridiculous, like haven't even come close to being matched until like recently, 40 years down the line.
Wow.
The reason why is because in the 80s, Cold War, state-sponsored doping was like a huge problem in track and field and sports in general. I just thought it was like interesting that like nobody really talks about it. Like I feel like those records honestly should kind of not be there, because you have like even last year or the year before, we had Elaine Thompson, who won the Olympics in the 100 meter, run 10.5, which is insane. It should be the fastest time ever, but she's still behind the 10.49 that Florence Griffith Joyner ran. There's only been one person to ever run 10.5, which is Elaine Thompson. The next closest times are all 0.2 of a second slower, which is crazy. And it's the same way in the 200 meters. Like fastest time, I think now is like 21.4, and no one's still coming close to Florence Griffith Joyner's like 21.3. Like in the majority of the times are 0.2 of a second off. In the 400 meters, it's Marita Koch ran 47 seconds. Girls don't even come close to running 48. Like the world champion this past year ran close to 49 seconds, and she's running 47.6. Like it doesn't make sense. So me doing all the research on that video, loved it. I think that's my magnum opus. Like I love the fact that it performed too. 100, like easily my favorite video that I made.
Okay, a year from now, what type of content would you love to see yourself making?
I would say I want to be like a host of whatever it is. I want people to view my content and be like, dude, he's like just a phenomenal personality to have around. Like he's fun to be around. He's easy to talk to. We can throw into any sort of environment, and we know he's going to be knowledgeable about it.
I feel like you've already achieved that here. Show them this video.
I might have. So yeah. I think a year from now, just making content that intrigues me in every facet of life, not just sports. Because in my opinion, sports, yes, they intrigue me. But also like this Naruto thing is kind of showing me, dude, you telling stories or you giving a synopsis of anything. Like
yes.
It's gonna get you there. You know what I mean?
Got it. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. Because you could tell a story about whatever you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be sports. You're talking about anime. You're talking about UFC, which
I think my view on everything is starting to get. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, okay, people care about like my opinion on certain things too, which is like, I don't know, the storytelling stuff is cool, but it's more just me telling you what happened or giving you like a broad view.
Okay, I got a question now. How would you explain to be a better storyteller? I'm not the best storyteller. How could you help me become a better storyteller?
So the way I describe it is take something you're really passionate about. Whenever you have a story that you want to tell your friends, right? That camera is your friend. And this is the craziest thing that you have ever heard of. Just imagine you went to a grocery store and you saw a freaking monkey jump on to like this freaking old lady's back. And then the old lady threw the monkey up in the air, and then a pelican intercepted it and then went to the sports aisle and dropped the monkey like perfectly in the basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how excited would you be to tell your friends that story?
Sure.
And you know, whenever you have those stories that you want to tell your friends, you're just like, yo, like you'll never believe it. And like you even tell them like you want them to guess, like you want them to say like all sorts of stuff because you're so excited to tell that story. That excitement should be there whenever you're telling the story about whatever it is. Whatever it is. If you take that and put it into a video and the camera's your friend, make sure that you're telling the story the way that you want it to be told to you. If it was the craziest thing you've ever heard. That's the way that I like break it down. It's like I want to tell you the story like I'm super duper excited about it. And that's where it came from too. I tell my friends about sports nonsense all the time. My mom will tell you. I sit there and tell her about sports way too much. Like she does not care, but I'm sitting there telling her all that stuff. Shout out to my mom. I now have an outlet for my sports storytelling. Like she had to hear all of it before. I would just say if you want to be a better storyteller, it's passion about the story. It's telling them with detail, and then also make it intriguing for them. Like don't just like, oh, well, this is what happened. I think that's like what a lot of people have an issue with whenever it comes to storytelling. It's just like, yo, this player did this with this many yards, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nah, I'm going to give you a bold take here. I'm going to tell you this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And you're going to be intrigued because I'm doing it that way. You know, like this player had the greatest season of all time. Even if he didn't, I'm just going to be like, he had the greatest season ever. And you're going to be like, oh, wait, really? It's like, yes, listen. I think that's just, it's passion.
It's interesting what you said that the camera is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever thought about it like that.
Yeah. It's just, how would you tell your friends a great story? Like that's all I think about.
Did someone teach you this idea?
No.
How'd you come up with it?
I think that's just me. Like I'm always telling my friends what happened in sports and whatnot, or watching YouTube videos about it, or doing.
How did you figure out how to translate that and put it on TikTok? Like, how'd you find out that works?
I feel like it's just repetition. I think what I've learned is just, you got to keep doing it and you're going to get a whole lot better at it at first. You watch content and you consume content and you see how other people do it. And then you can just kind of like apply it to yourself, I guess. It's like, how would I want this told to me? If I'm scrolling through my page, what video do I want to watch? I feel like if I saw my page, I'd be following it for sure. You know? If you don't feel that way about your own content, you're not making good enough content. Like if you're not, that's just honestly how I feel. If you're not looking at your page and thinking, damn, like would I click on this? Would I really like watch this? You know, I don't know. I feel like you're not doing it the right way.
Interesting. Are you doing any sort of like cover art? Like, you know, on the TikTok, you can make a cover.
Yeah. You can like use like a photo or whatnot. I tried to do it once.
Or just
it was
text.
Cool.
Just text.
No, yeah. So I do text. So like typically it's just like oh man, I'm really letting my secrets out now. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What I want you to also understand, being here, like I'm going to give you all my secrets.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this audience all my secrets.
No, I feel
like,
you.
Yeah.
No. I think I start off every video.
I mean, dude, tagging a video, like titling it ain't a secret.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like the first 5 seconds, I just use that clip and then I put like the title on the clip. But yeah, I wouldn't say that's like the biggest secret though. It's not the biggest secret. Yeah, no, like I start off every video with a clip to like kind of captivate the audience, or I started off with a line from myself that like captivates you. So like my Naruto videos are like, I'm 24 years old and I'm watching Naruto for the very first time. And everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. What do you have to say about this? You know, like I said, biggest advice that I could give anyone, first 10 seconds are first 5 to 10 seconds are everything. Like it really is. The stories that I'm telling are authentic and they're genuine. And that's what I want to get to. Like I want to get that point across. But in terms of like performance, there's things you have to do to get them to perform a whole lot better.
Are you exploring any other content ideas?
Yeah, I think the more this year I want to explore different things. I think watching along with these shows, I'm really interested in. I'm really excited for. I think for the finale of Naruto, I'm going to try to do like a Twitch stream for it, just to try to like get that going. Cause I think that people really, really want to watch me watch this show.
Like live streaming?
Yeah, exactly. Just like live stream my reactions to it and stuff. So I feel like that's been an opportunity there.
Also, why Naruto?
I feel like everybody's watched it, or like not everybody.
Definitely not watched
it. Yeah, okay.
I just
so many of my friends have watched it, right?
Yeah.
And I even say like in the first video, I was like, I'm only watching this because I'm tired of being left out of the conversation.
Right.
Like all of my friends are making like these obscure references, like, oh, that's like when Kakashi, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I have no clue what you're talking about right now. So I want to be like, I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z. I haven't watched Naruto. I haven't watched some of these big animes that I feel like get joked about or memed so many different times. So I'm like, okay, I gotta
hear like SpongeBob.
Yeah, no, that's what I grew up with. Honestly, like just sports and then like cartoons when I was a kid. That was pretty much it. Yeah, all my like stepbrother hated me because I wanted to watch Sports Center every night, and he wanted to watch like Cartoon Network or whatever it was. But
that would be me.
Yeah,
I'd be the same.
Yeah.
All right, if you could give one piece of advice to a new creator just starting out, posting the first videos, what would you tell them?
Failure is going to make you better. And it's not failure, it's learning. It's going to feel like failure because, oh, it didn't perform well. Or you put in all this work for, oh, it didn't perform well. Keep uploading them. And then whenever you hit, don't just be like, oh, okay, I got lucky. Going viral is not luck. And sometimes it is. Very rarely is it luck. There is a reason why that video went viral. There is a reason why people were attracted to that video. If you notice what it is that brought them in, you can do it over and over and over and over again. It's not luck. That's my biggest thing ever. It's like so many people just, oh, well, like it just didn't go up. It didn't blow up. No, there's a certain thing that you have to do in each and every one of your videos, or whenever you're uploading, you're going to notice things that do well, things that perform, and things that don't. I think like even you're a creator. Like, like if I upload a certain video like this, it's going to perform better than a video that's like this, if it's well lit versus it's not, you know what I mean? There's a process to it. And to a new creator starting off, I'd say, look, even if you're not getting views early on, keep uploading, keep trying new things. And whenever you start to get some traction, diagnose what it is that did well. That's it.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you ever like sat down and really told anybody your strategies or like helped any of your friends to like blow up their accounts?
Yeah, I would say I've told a couple of people my strategies. Actually, I mean, like, I'm not trying to like gatekeep the like
I know.
like what I'm like trying to do, but I feel like it's just like I don't want people to take it and be like, oh well, because he said it was gonna work, it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's definitely a case by case basis, but I think overall, what I do for me works brilliantly. I know for a fact I have a certain pattern that I do in my videos that I know if I'm making a sports storytelling video, I have a certain pattern. I know it's going to do over 100,000 views. Like I know it for a fact. Like it has not missed yet. I have not like since I've like started editing my videos, started really editing them in the same like rhythm pattern, whatever it is. I have a process. If you watch all my videos, it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's consistency. And I know they're going to perform because of what they are. It's a hook that's 5 to 10 seconds long with a clip. Then it's me telling you what I'm going to tell you. And then it's me telling you the story. That has not missed, and it won't miss. It's always going to perform because I feel like it's what I would want to watch, and it's a story that whatever the story is, whether it's about MMA, whether it's about a gymnast, whether it's about cycling, doesn't matter. It's going to perform well because it's captivating enough. But that's me. You know what I mean? If you make dance content, I can't tell you how to make the best dance content,
right?
You know, but what I can tell you is your video is going to perform better if you have a 50% retention rate through 10 seconds. Statistically proven that it's going to perform better. I would just say, pay attention to your analytics if you can. I think TikTok really, if it's just my update most recently, but they like changed the analytics, which kind of throwing me off. I'm not sure if I can view like an advanced tab or something. I'm gonna have to go look, but pay attention to your analytics. See what people are liking, see what people are sharing, see what about your videos. And the more videos you make, the better you're going to get at that.
Can we talk a little bit about monetization?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got a plan for that right now?
I mean, well, I'm monetizing on TikTok. I'm monetizing on Reels. YouTube's going to start monetizing here soon too.
You should check your phone because they already announced the update.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, check it out.
February.
No, everyone's saying February 1st, but I've already seen it updated in my app. It's January 16th.
You're changing my life right now.
Yep. Go to Earn tab.
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. Yeah.
On the studio. YouTube.
Yeah.
You gotta have
YouTube
the
studio.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out for sure. Yeah, I think for creators, it's interesting. A lot of it comes from brand deals. I think the most lucrative opportunities come from brand deals, obviously. Making your page more ad friendly, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because on one hand, you get away from the authentic nature of your videos, but also on the other hand, you're putting money in your pocket, which allows you to make more videos that you like doing, you know? So I feel like it's like a double-edged sword. The stuff that I was doing way before was not as sellable to partners or sponsors as the content that I make now. But it's a process. I think you just got to be patient with it. And right now, in terms of monetization, it's just something that I'm just now starting to find like success in. So yeah,
cool.
This year is going to be a pretty fun year for me, I think. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Are you going to go to Vid Summit?
No. What is that?
Ooh,
what is that?
Yeah. What's that? Or any of the other creator meetups, like big events?
I have not. I got an invite to go to Playlist when it was in Florida one time. Didn't end up going, but it was like middle of COVID. I remember.
Playlist is like kind of like Vid Summit. Vid Summit's like the bigger one. Was I guess more for like YouTubers and stuff, but now it's turned into like a huge event for creators. I think in June.
Interesting. Yeah, and I'd pull up for sure.
Yeah,
if it's local,
it's close. Yeah. It's like Anaheim.
Oh yeah, no, that I definitely pull up. Yeah.
So where can people follow you?
At Bear Kieran on literally everything that I have. So on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Bear Kieran on YouTube as well, all together. So Bear Kieran. Yeah. I've wanted to change my name. I think it's too late now. I
might be too late right now.
I think it's too late now. Now it's just like, all right, I gotta keep it with Bear Kieran. But we'll see.
Are you gonna come out with like a line of Care Bears?
Care Bear brand deal would go crazy. If I could just do like a Care Bear brand deal with like different like jerseys and stuff, that would be tough.
Ooh.
That would be really tough.
Ooh.
Care Bear, hit me up. No.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
I don't stand in line, I don't pay for clubs, won't they? Yeah. But I wait for you. I don't like to drink, I don't like to think, bump that, oh. But I ponder you, yeah. And then it over. You're my four-leaf clover. I'm so in love, so in love. There's someone above, up above. Forever's a long time. And those blue jeans will last me all my life. Oh yeah. So should we. I'm spending all this time. Oh yeah.
That's all I got.